friends, and welcome to our Across the Waves Sunday. So this is all about sharing a monthly theme, and October is all about our pattern papers. So I'm going to use the these papers from hop into bed from Craft Consortium. Okay, I just like the colours in these. They're really soft and it's got lots and lots of different shades. Okay, so we'll use those, and we're going to use this bundle from Gina K Designs called Birthday Wishes. This is my go-to birthday sentiments, and we're going to use best wishes to you on your special day. I just thought we can use that sentiment for any occasion, and of course it comes with the matching dies. And we will crack on with our card. So I have pre-done a lot of stuff, including the stamping and the cutting of the sentiment. So I'm just going to burnish along this base card, and this is white smooth. I'm just going to fix this up a bit so that I know that we're in camera and we're nice and straight. That's a little bit better. Okay, then I've got a couple of pieces of, this is Pretty Peacock from Stamping Up. I've got one for the inside and one for the outside. So I'm going to do my inside later on. I won't do it on camera. So we need that. And then I've got a couple of images that I have fussy cut yesterday, ready for today. Okay, and this comes from a sheet of cut aparts, or it's a bonus sheet actually that I received in an order. I've had it sitting there in a folder for a long time, and I thought this would be the perfect time to use them. And I've grabbed it's sort of a really soft blue of the papers, and I thought with the Pretty Peacock it picks up that blue perfectly, and it also picks up the colours in the flowers as well. Okay, so what we've got a mark on there, so we'll fix that. So what I thought we might do is chop our paper into pieces. So I've already chopped our cardstock, so I'm going to chop this piece at 3 5/8, I think. We'll see what happens anyhow. I keep that for my insides and my envelope, or if I'm going to create another card with it. Then I'm going to flip this around, and I'm going to chop this at about, let's try 1 1/4 inches, eh? That's done. That's done. So we can set that aside. Now I'm going to chop this piece of paper again. And I'm going to chop it back at 3 3/4. Okie dokie. Sorry, 3 1/2. And you'll have that little bit. Then I'm just randomly going to chop this piece into 2 pieces, just like that. But I want to keep my pattern correct. Okay, we can put our trimmer aside. So why I chopped this first is I wanted this piece along a longer piece, wider piece, okay? Because if I had it chopped at this size, which means I've got to chop these. Okay, so I'm going to just measure that so I don't chop too much. Oh, that's right, because it was a 6 by 6 inch piece, wasn't it? So I want to chop that at about 4/1/8. Okay, let's try that. If it's too short, we can always chop our cardstock. Okay, so I'm chopping from the top, which means I'm going to chop from the top on this piece too. If you chop from the bottom on one piece and the top on the other piece, you're going to lose your pattern. Okie dokie. So that's done. Yep. Fingers crossed that it's okay. So now, keeping our pattern correct, we can now put or start gluing our pieces. Now these 3 pieces, you could have chopped any size you wanted. I've just picked those sizes. Okay. They're nice together actually. Could have used that side too. That side would have been nice actually. A little bit more blue coming through. And we're just going to put that piece there like that. I'm going to bring this across a bit. And I'm just going to chop a fraction off that. Probably just a little smidgen, hey? Hardly worth it, I know, but that's better. That's better. And what we could have done too is we could have used this side as well. But we'll keep with the same side in this instance. Now what have I done here? No. That's it. Okay. Now in the description below, I will have a link to Robbie's project, and there will also be a link to my blog with all the details on this card. Okay, there, that's done. Then we can add this to our base card, I'm going to use this side because there's a dirty mark on there, and we'll cover it up that way. Okay, and I have left a wider border than I normally do around the edge of the card. Okay, so that's done. Then I thought what we might do is put this here. I've got a dirty mark there. We can put that bunch of flowers there. We can put our clock there. Just there. I've got a little camera, so we can put that there. And then I've got a bird, and I thought we might be able to incorporate the bird, Now, if you didn't want to add all these elements, you could just add the flower and then the sentiment if you wanted to. Actually, I don't mind that either. That's what I'm sort of thinking, eh? Let's do that. So we'll glue this one down. And I'm just going to keep this floral image in its place, eh? And we'll stick that down. This, I think, will pop up. Now, chopping your papers this way is a good way and a different way of using your pattern papers. I love chopping my papers different ways. And we're just going to put this here. We'll pop that up. And I'm going to put the bird on last, I think. And the bird's going to cover that spot. So that's good. Yeah, might even leave the bird off yet, don't know. So we're going to, actually I stuck that on a bit crooked. Because I had my card crooked, eh? Not that it would have mattered anyhow. So now we're going to add dimensionals to the back of our flowers. I'm trying to think of a word for the whole heap of flowers. Arrangement, and I'm adding a few extra too. It's pretty thick. The cards, these cut aparts are on really thick cardstock, so they've got a lot of support without adding a lot. Then we will add our bunch of flowers, floral arrangement, to our card front. And that camera is annoying the hell out of me. Has ever happened to you? There you go. A little bit better. And we can put our bird just there. Yeah. So we just want dimensionals on the back half of it, eh? And I haven't got small ones, so we'll just chop one in half and put it on his wing. Or her wing, whatever the case may be. And then I'm just going to chop off that little point there. I could probably poke that under. And then we're going to add a little bit of glue around her head, eh? Just pop it up just like that. Now if you didn't want to add the bird, you don't have to, and if you don't have the same as what I've got, stamp your images, die cut your images, just create with what you have in your stash, eh? Now when it comes to sentiments and dies, I like to cut a few extra ones out. I won't do that yet, because I like to pop them up onto each other, or lay them on to each other to give a different look. It really it just, how can I explain it? It seems to pop your sentiments better. I don't know why, but I just find it just pops them so much better than just having dimensionals. It just gives it a little bit of a oomph. Now the sentiment too, I stamped it in Pretty Peacock as well. Okay, now I was thinking of putting it up here, but you know what? It may even look okay down there. Even here. Would it looked okay here as well, in lieu of the bird? I'm going to put it down here, I think, just for something different. We could put it across the middle. Now I don't know where to put it. I've really confused myself. I might just put it there, eh? So now we don't really need dimensionals or foam tape. We're just going to add a little bit of glue to the back of our shape, and we're just going to pop it on the front of our card. Whoops. Making sure you don't move it, of course. Yeah, that's not too bad. Could have put it here, but it's stuck there now. And it just, yeah, it's hard to explain. It just gives it a different look and a different feel. So then we've got some clear rhinestones, and I thought we might just add a couple of these. Put one smack bang in the middle there. I'm going to put a couple around here actually. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've got a little packet here. Well, not a little packet, but some tiny little clear rhinestones. And I'm thinking, I'm not pressing that down. No. I thought it might have been okay as you side, but it doesn't. And I think that we might just stop at that, eh? And that is our card for today. It's a very easy, simple one, only because I've used the, I've fussy cut the images, so it makes it quick and easy. But use what you have in your stash. Colour your images if you want to. Cut them out. Die cut them, whatever you want to do. But each time you do it, and if you use this layout, each time you do it, your project's going to look completely and totally different. You could also turn it that way as well. That was another way we could have done it as well. Okay. All right. Thanks for joining me, and don't forget to click on the link below to see what Robbie's created. Okay. Thanks a lot. See ya. All right.